My friends call my life a Shakespearean tragedy, and I can't say they're wrong. The first time I think this was proven was when my 7-year-old self, who had an innocent question about dinner, walked into the bathroom and saw her mom bawling over the sink with a pile of hair in front of her. As 7-year-old me stood there watching her mother cry while ripping at her head, she knew this wouldn't define her. I don't want to write a sob story about how my childhood wasn't ideal or the struggle they face, so I won't. The story I hold, the past I have, it's not a happy one. My past is emotional, but it got me here, and it's a miracle to me that I can be standing here giving this speech today. My mother was first diagnosed with cancer when I was 18 months old. Obviously, I wasn't old enough to understand, but it has affected me since that day. 9 years, one messy divorce, and a round of remission later, my mother had to have brain surgery. I was moved in with my godparents, who eventually adopted me after my mother's death 3 years later. I was living with my new parents, people I had always known who were now taking a different role in my life. They taught me how to be a kid. Before, I had been taking care of my family, and for the first time, I had a family to take care of me. I learned then that I never wanted people like me to have to learn how to have fun, to have to learn how to be a kid. I didn't have a childhood filled with fun and happiness, and I never want someone else to feel like that. Watching my mother lose her hair, and by extension her identity, made me realize I never want to watch people struggle. I just had no clue how to execute that want. Helping people ended up just throwing itself at me. I started trying in as many semi-creative ways as possible. Eventually, I found the one way I had the best success in helping people was by trying to help them get more confidence in the way they look. Whether it was me giving awful fashion advice, I thought I was a fashion icon, of course, or even learning how to braid people's hair. Ever since making the discovery that I could help people love themselves, that's all I wanted to do. And coming from a place where my mother was always trying to figure out how to make her hair not look like a mess of scraggly wires on her head, I had an idea, an extra sense of passion to help people love theirs. It's crazy how much you don't realize that your hair helps you love your look until you don't have it. My mother was devastated when she started losing it in her second round of chemotherapy. Watching this, remembering how this loss affected her, remembering the days she sobbed with me while I shaved the remaining chunk of hair off, I know that I didn't understand then, but I do now. Hair is a way not to only express yourself, but a way to express your culture and your personal style. Taking identity into account, I've realized that while, yes, this is a part of you that can help obtain a sense of self, it isn't all you are. When I would walk into my mom's room, oftentimes she would be crying over the pile of hats she would wear as a result of giving up. Giving up on everything and figuring out what to do with that scraggly mess of wires on her head. Thinking about this now, I realize she never learned how to cope with who she was without her hair. Watching my mother struggle with how she looked after the loss of self really gave me an inspiration to help people never lose themselves like she did. 3 months ago, I never would have admitted that my mother was the reason I wanted to go into hair. Hell, I hadn't admitted that to myself until about 7 days ago. After I graduate high school, my biggest dream is to go to cosmetology school and become a hairstylist, eventually owning my own salon targeted for rediscovery. This has been my dream since I was 10 years old, but up until a few years ago, I was scared to chase it. I was scared of disappointing my biological parents and my adoptive parents by not going to college. But I put aside those fears, and now I'm ready to leave behind my past and move on to do great things.